Indonesia will face the so-called demographic bonus in 2020 until 2030. By bonus meant that the percentage of young, productive generation will exceed the non-productive one. To face this bonus, the young generation have to have sufficient skill to turn the bonus into opportunities that will benefit Indonesia in its growth and development. By development, we refer to the concept proposed and agreed altogether by nations in the United Nations in 2012, specifically about the Sustainable Development Goals, conveying 5 missions: humanity, planet, welfare, peace, and partnership. Human development became one of the important aspects whereof attention is sustainable development. Why? This is because we have the so-called new paradigm of development, that is by placing mankind as its subject. In the other word, mankind will define what kind of development suits the best and at the same time become its actor. And Indonesia ranks itself in the Human Development Index SDG issues by the United Nations Development Program, being 113 out of 180 countries. So, Indonesia is also categorized into medium human development. If Indonesia pursues to be better, so that Indonesia will be categorized on as high human development. But this is impossible without program and policies issued by all of stakeholders, especially you and government. So, I am Yazied Ahmad from Sociology Education to Pemilihan Mahasiswa Berprestasi 2018, bringing the idea developing 21st century skill through the community super student to achieve sustainable development goals. We can start this by engaging and developing young generation, giving them all they need to face what they will face. The emerges the so-called skill of this 21st centuries. These skills might include conceptual understanding, collaboration and communication skill, creative thinking, and critical thinking. Potential aside, problems remain. Among them include challenges for better Indonesian young generation of tomorrow. This start with how their interest to reading need to increase, because ironic, our country had proven itself promising just being the 60th countries out of 61 countries ranked as the most literate countries in the world. Next up, we still need to cap up our young generation communication skills. We also have these entrepreneurship issues in Indonesia. As a response to the above issue, I propose the formation of the community of super students. This is an effort to conceptualize effective, optimal skill development for the youth, primarily ready to face development challenges of tomorrow. This is also to maximize all forms of resources Indonesia have, specifically what conveyed in SDGs. The community of super students is where high school youth and undergraduate students like meet. They will discuss many sort of issues highlighted by SDGs. Activities include mentoring, that a joint lecturer, inspiration motivation indexes, experience sharing, and skill sharing. The skill of the 21st century become a concept applicable in every activity done by the community. To avoid further goal, we simplify the wide variety of skill into 3 main soft skills. That is literacy, entrepreneurship, and public speaking. The community of super students is where students of all backgrounds to devote themselves into our nation better good. Students with such soft skill will meet their younger students. Students with such soft skill will meet their younger students. They will be able to share their knowledge and skill each other, and the cycle will continue and as the high school student grows in their life. We avoid them by making the community a family and prestigious culture. Students, we call them super mentor, and high school students, we call them super mentees, will master the so-called 3 soft skills we call superpower. So, super mentor, super mentees, and superpower. A super mentor will be responsible for 15 super mentees of one superpower coverage or class. This is to support effective and interactive activities. Sundays will be the perfect time to perform these activities, each lasting for 4 hours. In general, it consists of the following: first, opening, and second, sharing from the super mentees regarding their experience, reading progress, and some other they would like to share before the session begins. In general, it consists of the following: first, opening, second, sharing from the super mentees regarding their experience, reading progress, and some other they would like to share before the session begins. And third, sharing session from the super mentor regarding their superpower coverage. And fourth, interactive communication between super mentor and super mentees. And fifth, simulation, putting the superpower into practice. And last, closing. We also wish to be positive and useful. That is why we expect our activities to impact three: family, school, and government. Family, we hope can reduce non-positive and productive activity. And then school, wide range of knowledge and proficiency in various skills and help applying the 21st century skill on curricula. And then government, the community will assist the country into producing human expected by the government to support Indonesian development. As a closing, I would like to restate that community of super students will be where young generation may develop skills that will benefit them with opportunities once the so-called demographic bonus come. So, for all of young generation in Indonesia, come join us, be a super student.